It's time for the NBA live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Phoenix Suns against the Los Angeles Clippers. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the one spot.
Shout out sa iyo, Sean J. Luweb. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now, here's George. Pass to Leonard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The inside part of Kawhi's game is just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
Now Bridges wants to get it to Booker and does. And it's sent back by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Puts it up. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Crowder with the ball. A nice shot by Booker.
Just a great job of Booker, able to understand the timing and the quick trigger that time.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. Now Ayton. Paul George missing from long range. Leonard with no one around. Gets an open look and hits.
Well, the defender leaning just a little. Kawhi recognizes it, pulls up for the easy one.
Paul outside. Booker against Batum. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George, look out, hammers that one home.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Down low, Ayton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ayton's got his second basket of the game. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Here's Jackson following the score by Phoenix. It's rebounded by Paul. Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. Ayton gets there. He's got a big opportunity.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
The first free throw is good.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Paul against Jackson. Batum with the steal. Pass to Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Booker. Paul outside. Shoots over Batum. Here's Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
Phoenix shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Free throw drops for Ayton.
2018, the first name called in the draft was one DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona. This guy is going to be around for a long time.
Ayton hits them both. Jackson with it. Outside, George. No good on the triple.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And Ayton throws it down.
Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
Clippers trail by 6. Morris outside. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Offensive rebound, and that one's good. Ayton's got 10 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is George. Leonard, no luck.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Paul kicks to Booker. Pass to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
The pass to Batum. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Booker. To the inside. Here's Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Booker trying to free himself up. Shot by Crowder, no good. They get a hand on it. Bridges with the steal. A finish. And the dunk by Booker.
The attention Mikel had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. A 12-point game. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Phoenix making some changes. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Payne in for Paul. Rondo passes to George. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. Pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Passes it to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
They get it back. Zubac lays it up off the glass.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Payne. Johnson outside. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Ayton's got 12 in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Rondo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Sharch checked in for the Suns. Torrey Craig comes in for Bridges. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And Rondo drops them both. And so here's Phoenix. 10-point lead. Booker looking around. Yes, that goes in. He's got 12.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here is Rondo. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And Leonard gets it to go.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Payne passes to Johnson. Inside, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
There were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in three-point percentage drafting for a need in Cam Johnson.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Phoenix on defense. It's a 14-point game. And again, no good by the Clippers. Now here's Payne. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The Clippers grab the miss. To the paint. Here's Mann. Johnson with some nice D.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now here's Payne, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Clippers trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Rondo. And the pass to Leonard. Back to Rondo. 4 on the shot clock. A three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix leading by 16. Johnson in the corner. From outside,
Shout out sa iyo, Tubol Ibanez Henry. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Great execution in the transition game. You can count on Rondo to run the break and find a way to capitalize.
Now here's Payne. Booker outside. Launches it. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Payne dishes to Sharnish. Booker against Kennard. Here's the teardrop. And the basket by Johnson.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers trail by 17. Outside Rondo. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside for Rondo. Down low. Here's Leonard. Johnson with the block. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Kennard against Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That Booker filling it up quickly here tonight. You got to respect the versatility, especially how dangerous he is on the offensive end.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. art of providing leadership, CP3 had this to say.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm constantly talking on the court. I'm a communicator, and I feel like it's hard to go wrong when you're communicating.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Charge is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Payne in at the point. Here's Rondo. After the basket by Dario Saric. Rondo looking around. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Rondo's got 6.
And that occasional brilliance of Rondo on display here. Somehow, some way, figuring out a way to score through the contact.
Now here's Payne. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Crowder kicks to Booker. 5 on the clock. Saric outside. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 19, and it's Rondo in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Crowder against Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Leonard. Johnson outside. Paul outside. Phoenix no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Booker against Kennard. Morris looking over the floor. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Count it, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton comes in for Saric, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Johnson. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. That one misses. Phoenix leading by 19 points. Crowder the pass to Paul. Right wing. Here's Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ayton's got 14 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside Rondo. Pass to George.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the inside. Drops in the layup for 2. 6 points for him.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the dunk by Batum.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Booker outside. On deep. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Booker.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Jackson has the open look. Good on the triple.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And here is Paul. Passes to Booker. He dishes it to Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Big man you don't want to send to the line. DeAndre Ayton's free throw capabilities keep him on the floor at all times.
For Phoenix, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. LA has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Batum scanning the floor. Jackson. It's blocked.
More than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Oh, great ball movement there.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Booker, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
Woo! That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Now here's Booker, 21 points in the game. From downtown, they get it again. Bridges shot, good. Bridges has got 8 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Outside, George. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And Ayton throws it down.
It's one thing to get to your spots. It's another thing to shoot with that kind of rhythm. And DeAndre Ayton in one right now.
Clippers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 17-7 run. Ball against Jackson. Bridges dishes to Ayton.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Ayton's got 10 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Pass to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6 points.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Batum passes to Jackson. The three from George. No good on that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. Bridges for three. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it
Shout
around.
out sa iyo,
Yeah,
Mark
right now, you
Alvin
just need a
Reyes.
bucket to get some
Salamat sa
momentum.
pag-like sa stream.
Batum
Sana
dishes
i-share
to
mo
Jackson.
din.
Shot clock at 5, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Oh man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
Oh, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. Shoots from the elbow. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Booker is good at knowing when to shoot the ball. When he gets that kind of room, he's not going to hesitate.
Here's Jackson. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Jackson passes to George. Over Bridges. And again, no good by the Clippers. Phoenix has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
Well, Booker can mix it up. Once he's got a lane to the hoop, he jumps all over the defense there.
Shout out sa iyo,
And
Francisco
so here are the
Campelo.
Clippers.
Salamat
After
sa
the
pag-like
Suns
sa
pick up
stream.
2.
Sana i-share mo din.
Now Jackson. He's got 7. Batum trying to break loose. Morris, no good. George against Booker. To the middle. Batum with the steal. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. Dishes it to Batum. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. To end the drought. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 9.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
A floater, and it's laid in by Paul.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Batum against Ayton. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. George way outside. But they'll get another chance. Here's Morris. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Crowder. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Now, here's George. 9 points in the game so far. And George with the stuff.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
To the inside, Paul. Ayton trying to break free. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Chris Paul at the line for 2.
Free throw good, Paul.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sharch checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Booker. And so Paul nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Leonard, no luck. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Shoots from the right block. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 13.
Shot selection from Chris Paul on point there. An efficient shooter off the dribble.
Man passes to Zubats. Kicks to Jackson. A floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 9.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Paul with the ball. 13 points in the game. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
And so it's Phoenix way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. Such a tremendous floor leader. CP3 has been mentioned by many as a potential head coach. Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, if he decides to do that, that would be interesting. He'd be good at it. I think he has great instincts. He's a great motivator. He could do it.
As much as he talks in the court, can you imagine him from the sidelines?
Oh my God.
I wouldn't want to be a ref working one of those games.
Would you like to play for him?
No, certainly would not.
Not this shot. What about the playing stuff?
Never.
You must have been a joy to coach.
That's what they say.
Yeah. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on, he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far, all of his have been on point.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. Now here's Booker. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 8th assist in the game. And there's the pass to Batum. He kicks to George. Rejected by Booker. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, easy call.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. 2.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good from Crowder. The Clippers shooting 40% from the field. Leonard looking around. Now here's Jackson. And George, here we go.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
The Clippers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
2 shots.
Throw good, Paul George.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. On the wing, George. Yep, that one goes.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Paul passes to Booker. Just over 1.5 minutes played here in the third. Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. They grab their own miss. Batum, good.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now here's Paul. 15 points in the game. Pass to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Leonard against Bridges. Batum trying to break loose. And that one's good. Leonard's got 14 points.
Well, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Stolen by George. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Paul George. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Booker. 28 points for him. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Ball outside. They shoot again, and Ayton with the nice bucket inside. Ayton's got 30 points.
Well, you bump me, and I'm going to bump you back as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
Bridges against Leonard. Back to George, and it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Down low, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Jackson passes to Batum. Inside, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. And here is Paul. He's got 15. Lets it go from 14. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. And it's the Suns with the ball. Lock at 6. Booker dishes to Ayton. Bridges, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Phoenix gets called for the foul. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
That free throw good from Leonard. And he can't hit the second. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Payne passes to Booker. Now Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Bridges. Up to Payne. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Left side, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Now here's Booker, and he has 28 points for the game. Shoots off the step back. Paul George grabs the miss.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And that one's good. Leonard.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And Phoenix making a change here. Sharge has checked in. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Payne dishes to Ayton. Shot, high post. Another shot. 4 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. Ayton's got 11 points here in just the second half.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Booker after the basket by Los Angeles. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A nice shot by Booker.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
The Clippers have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Kennard with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Now here's Payne. Pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's Ayton, and he banks in the layup. Ayton's got 13 points in just this quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Phoenix. Left side, Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got 8 points.
The understanding that Rondo's showing right now in the pick and roll is setting up some great opportunities.
To the paint, here's Sharge, and that one good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Booker against Kennard. The drive by Booker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon.
And he makes the first.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills, not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career. Well, Devin Booker is among some of the youngest, most elite scorers that the league has ever seen. The sky is the limit for this guy.
And it's good, 2 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Payne. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Puts up a 3. And with the rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the first one drops. And the Suns making a change here. Carter's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Payne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's Kennard. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Here's Payne. Floats it up for Saric. An emphatic LU jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Rondo. 10 points for him. Feeds it to Leonard. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 28 points for Leonard.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Saric trying to break free. Payne's shot is good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 18 points just in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
The defense not putting up much of a fight as Saric gets to the rim.
There's 1:47 left in the third. There's the pass to Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Saric finds Payne. Leonard against Johnson. Carter outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the Clippers called. checked in for Johnson. And Paul's subbed in for Payne. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard against Carter. Kennard's shot is off. Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Shot by Crowder, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Jackson. Crowder against Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Passes it to Zubac. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Carter, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 9th assist in the game now.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Count that one.
Shout out sa'yo, Philip Pipoy Omanya. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
A great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
And that one, good.
Love his shot selection.
Shout out sa'yo, Philip Pipoy Omanya. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din. Shout out sa UR, Hanhor. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
He's already got a double-double. And we'll be right back after this. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Clippers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. We've got Carter. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Sharch. And there's Etuan Moore. And it's Craig in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Mann. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Well, Phoenix shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Craig passes to Moore. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Good on the shot.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness and a nice job on the break that time.
And Moore kicks to Kaminsky. Moore in the corner. Back to Sharch. That's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Moore against Beverly. Moore dishes to Sharch. And the rejection by Zubac. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Moore passes to Kaminsky. Back to Moore. Inside. Here's Sharch from the arc. And again, it's the Suns missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And that one's good. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
And the Suns call time here.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Shout out sa'yo Michelle Barrido Penticase. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Shout out sa'yo Nanding Atienza. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Georgia subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Booker. Ayton kicks to Bridges. And the Suns miss again. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum leading the charge.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Jackson against Paul. The dish to Bridges. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Crowder slams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Now the pass to Mann. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The shot by George, no good.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Now here's Crowder. Over George. Ayton. Great positioning on the putback.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
Outside Jackson. Morris right side. Here's Mann. Outside Jackson. Batum wide open. He fires. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his fourth rebound in this one. To the right side. And Crowder slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Jackson kicks to George. Over Paul. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. George has got 10 points here in the second half. Booker outside. Back to Paul. And the rejection by Jackson. Pass to Mann. Down low. Morris with the bucket.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Paul surveying the floor. Outside Crowder. Back to Booker. To the inside. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 19 points.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his fourth personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Reggie Jackson. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Langston Galloway comes in for Booker, and it's Payne in for Paul. The Clippers also making some changes. Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum, and it's Ibaka in for Marcus Morris. Jackson hits both of them. Suns leading by 23. Outside Crowder to the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
At the line for your Suns, DeAndre Ayton. At the line for 2.
Free throw drops for Ayton. So for the Suns, Booker comes in for Langston Galloway, and it's Paul in for Payne. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Both shots good from the stripe. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Back to George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Now here's Crowder. Booker, right side. Lock at 6. Here's Paul. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Jackson against Paul.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Phoenix leading by 23. Now Paul. Passes it to Ayton. Back to Paul. Looking for Crowder. He gets it there. And he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Pass to George. Batum trying to break loose. And that one's good. George has got 25 points in the game. The Suns have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. The pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Booker with it. Kicks it out to Johnson. Ball against Jackson. Shoots it up. That one off the back iron and out. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. George, no good. Suns have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Here's Crowder. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Morris.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Batum. Outside Jackson. No good with the triple. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Phoenix. Langston Galloway comes in for Booker. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Batum. Baca comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for George. Here's Craig. Pass to Johnson. Off target with his 3. The Clippers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Jackson trying to break free. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Terrence Mann. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Suns, Kaminsky is checked in for Ayton. Carter comes in for Johnson. And Moore subbed in for Chris Paul. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Both good from the line that time. Suns leading by 23. Moore finds Carter. Now here's Kaminsky, defended by Beverly. Kick out to Moore. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Cousins pulls it in. Down low, Rondo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Kaminsky. Carter outside. Here's Galloway. To stop the drought. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Cousins dishes to Rondo. Now here's Beverly. And he jams it with authority.
Well, how about Patrick Beverly showing you at a point guard he can still get up?
Suns leading by 19 points. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Moore against Rondo. Now here's Moore. He's covered closely, and the Suns miss again. Clippers trail by 19. Pass to Beverly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for some.
And he makes the first.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
So he gets them both. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeAndre Ayton.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Now here is Carter. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Moore right side. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. And that one's good. Beverly.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
At the line for your Suns, each one more. 2 shots.
That's good from Moore.
Well, effective ways that Etuan Moore could score. He's had some very good shooting years and is going to find his way to the free throw line here.
off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 18. Beverly against Moore, and it's Beverly missing. Carter looking around. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. It's the Suns to start out. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position.
These types of shots speak to the confidence of Devin Booker. Catch and shoot, no problem.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 billion contract. Coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Booker the pass to Bridges. Morris against Crowder. For 3, Booker, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
George against Bridges. Batum, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Paul surveying the floor. Dishes to Booker. Now Crowder back to Booker. Just 5 on the clock, and the shot goes in.
Boy, this guy's operating like a 10-year vet. Booker making all the right decisions almost immediately.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. The 3-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Booker. Plenty of space. Drained for 2 points. Booker's got 9.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Jackson against Paul. Here's Leonard, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Batum.
Well, Kawhi Leonard meets the defender at the rim, and he comes out on top.
And Crowder finds it in.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier. He knows that Devin Booker is going to get his points, but what they want to do is prevent the freebies. Coach said Booker's become exceptional at drawing fouls, and he's one of the best free throw shooters in the game. So, Kevin, they don't want to see him on the line multiple times tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Booker against George. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. With the ball, guarded now by Morris. Ayton finds Bridges. Clock is at 3. Back to Ayton. Shoots over Batum. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
And that one's good, George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Ayton throws it down.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. And he can't jam it through.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Morris passes to Jackson. Here's George. Batum trying to break loose. That's good for George on the assist from Jackson.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Passes to Booker. Trying to get open is Crowder. It's tipped. They recover it.
Well, Devin Booker has proven to be a capable shooter from every spot on the floor, including the free throw line. This guy has become a must-watch.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Bridges against Leonard. Batum trying to break loose. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Booker. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Batum. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Shoots over Crowder. George, no good. The Suns have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Crowder, the pass to Ayton. Batum grabs the miss. Ayton's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
Bridges passes to Paul. Booker with it. Defended by George. Kicks it out to Paul. Paul is doubled. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stops. Pops. That's good for George on the assist from Batum. George has got 10 points in the game. The Suns leading. Outside Crowder. Ball against Jackson. Back to Crowder. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He has 6. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Here's Leonard. The Suns getting the bucket. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Feeds it to Paul. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Suns lead.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Leonard. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Outside Crowder. Ayton trying to break free. Good work defensively by Morris. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. here with a different look. Sharch is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Crowder. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Now here's Sharch. Here's Booker. Sharch trying to break free. Banked in off the glass. Booker's got 20.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And here's Kennard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's Payne. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Craig. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Booker the pass to Payne. Trying to get open is Johnson. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Booker.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
1:36 left in the first. Kennard the pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The step back. A second chance effort. And it's Zubac laying it in.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Payne passes to Sharch. Johnson outside. To the paint. And slam dunk by Sharch.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
Rondo looking around. The feed to Leonard. And it's blocked. The pass to Payne. Booker outside. Booker draws the double. Here's Sharch. Misses the three. Clippers trail by 4. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Booker draws the double. Sharch has the open look. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
That one drops. He ties it up. 6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Inside, Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Suns ahead. They're up by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from Chris Paul.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the year, we was doing that every couple games. We was like, man, our record was here, this was that. And teams change, your games have to change.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward. A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but the title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Pass to Booker. Here's Sharch. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rondo against Booker. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
The Clippers trail. Pass to man. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Outside Rondo. Lets a floater go. Tries again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
The Suns shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That's good from Payne. Rondo with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he comes up with the deuce.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Booker in the post. Kennard covering. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Mann. He's covered by 8. Kennard
Shout
on the
out
wing.
sa'yo Ian Venez. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo
Down to 5
din.
on the shot clock. Rejected by Booker.
Shout out sa'yo Ian Venez. Salamat sa pag-share ng ating stream.
Sharks, that's good. Sharks has got 8 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Phoenix, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. So for the Suns, Mikal Bridges checked in for Saric, and Chris Paul subbed in for Devin Booker. Clippers trail by 3. Passes it to Kennard. The shot by George, wide open.
Shout out sa'yo Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
And the shot goes down.
Shout out sa'yo Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-share ng ating stream.
He'll take advantage.
And the pass to Morris. He dishes it to George. Inside, Kennard, the pass to Zubac, and stolen by Ayton. 4-on-3 break. Paul kicks to Payne. And Morris comes over to help. Here's Johnson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shout out sa'yo Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And he knocks down the first one. Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Clippers with a change here too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Ball against Jackson to stop the run. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Here's Johnson. The putback. Ayton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Jackson passes to George. And he gets it to go.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Johnson. Ayton finds Paul. Shot clock at 5. Back to Ayton. Trying to get open is Crowder. And it's Ayton missing. Clippers trail by 7. Outside, George. To the middle. Outside for Batum. Johnson over to help. George, that's a two-pointer. That one, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Here's Crowder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, make no mistake, Crowder has got great strength inside. The defense can get physical. It doesn't matter.
The Suns have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
And both free throws good from Crowder. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 9-point game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George looking around. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Batum over Johnson, and Batum gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Johnson outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Paul outside. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And it's good for 2. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. There's the dish to George. Releases. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got 14 points for the game.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's
Shout out sa iyo, Mark Anthony Salamida Yena Race. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. And George kicks to Jackson.
Shout out sa iyo, Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-share ng ating stream.
It's tipped.
Shout out sa iyo, Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din. Shout out sa iyo, Adrian Styles. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Coming off assist.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 9 over Jackson. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 7.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
And it's George finishing it off.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Pass to Booker. He feeds it to Ayton. And it's in there. Ayton's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Jackson against Paul. Jackson kicks to Morris. Jackson dishes to George. Shot clock at 6. Here's Batum. That shot off the mark. The Suns go the other way with it. Paul outside. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
This guy is just so smooth offensively. The ability to get to the floater game for Chris Paul, so important.
Pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Morris passes to Mann. Outside, Jackson. That's off. It's his 4th miss in 7 tries. Suns leading by 9. Back to Batum. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Clippers trail by 9.
Shout out sa'yo Marcelo Gayen. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No good from Booker.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
And the dunk by Booker.
Devin Booker has got a 70-point game in his history. He is cooking. You might want to check him tonight.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside for Batum. Here's Mann. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Paul left side. And there's the pass to Bridges. To the paint. Ayton inside. Jackson on him. And that one's good, Ayton.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Batum finds George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
George against Booker. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Over in the corner, Paul. Here's Ayton. And another shot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Suns haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Sharch has checked in for the Suns. Cameron Payne comes in for Paul. Free throw drops for Ayton.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Leonard kicks to Rondo. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. Outside Rondo. 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target. And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, a very effective first half. What are you seeing that allows you to attack them so effectively?
Well, in one of these games, it's very up-tempo, fast-paced, and, if they just run, I have fun, assisting and passing them the ball, so it's a fun game for me.
Game's easy when you play downhill. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Simply a special scorer. Booker, this guy is tough to stop. And we've seen this guy drop 70. That's right, 70 in a game. And he does it with a wide array of skills and constant movement.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, it's not a huge surprise they're getting crushed. Whew. All you got to do is look at the rebounding numbers. They were outworked on the boards in the big way. They even have a hope of coming back. Got to pick up the intensity, man.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Clippers trail by 14. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the guard position. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, whether it's a dunk or a jump shot, Booker's wide-ranging skills make him a consistent scoring threat.
Down low, and finished off by Leonard.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Stolen by Jackson. And the lead is down inside single digits. Jackson's got 11 points.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Here's Booker. Here's Ayton. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 9. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First free throw is good.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Both free throws good from Batum. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Crowder. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
From the high post. Second chance shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, DeAndre Ayton has size, reach, and athletic ability. That makes him a force on the window.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Free throw drops for Ayton. Clippers trail by 10. Jackson looking around. Morris dishes to George. George double teamed. Outside for Jackson. Lock at 6. Leonard against Crowder, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And here are the Suns now. Phoenix leading by 10. Booker outside. Passes it to Ayton. Bridges, no one around him. Connects from three-point range. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Booker against George. Booker inside. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Here's Ayton. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. And it's off the back rim. No good. Suns leading by 11. Crowder, the pass to Booker. Second shot opportunity, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
This is not a young man you want to send to the line. Booker's already a lights-out foul shooter.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
That free throw, no good. Some changes for Phoenix. Sharge comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Johnson in for Bridges. Good on the second free throw. Now here's Jackson. 13 points in the game. The pass to Morris. Booker against George. Out to Morris. Clock at 4. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Suns leading by 12. Here's Saric. And the layup falls. Saric has got 10.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
Batum finds George. Nobody near Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Inside, here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Shout out sa'yo Ian Clark. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Here's Jackson. He's got 13. Pass to Leonard. Tipped away. Outside for George. Uncovered. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got 20.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Paul against Jackson, and it's Paul missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Morris right side. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Here's Paul. The shot from the low post is good. Paul's got 8 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Feeds it to Batum. Count that bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. He has 29.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Leonard. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Booker outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
LA's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Fires, high post. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight. George against Johnson. To the inside. Crowder lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Phoenix making a change here. Payne's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Payne looking around. Floats it up for Saric. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, if you're Saric, just get yourself to the right spot. Put the ball on target, and he will deliver.
Now Rondo still looking for his first bucket in this one. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. The free throw drops for Rondo.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
And here's Payne. He's got 10. Here's Booker trying to get open as Crowder. And there's Booker on the assist from Payne. Booker's got 12 points in just the second half. To the paint. Here's Batum. And they pick up 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Suns leading by 10. Booker outside. Saric trying to break free. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 36.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
It's stolen by Saric. For 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Batum, good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Kennard. To the left side wing. To the middle. Here's Leonard.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Johnson. He's perfect from the line this time. Suns leading by 8. Payne with it. He's got 10. Inside.
Shout out sa'yo, Danilo Tuban. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
This is especially so on the offensive end.
Leonard on the wing. Here's Mann. Offline with his 3. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Saric outside. Down low. And Ayton gets double teamed. Goes up from the top of the key.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Ayton's got 9 points in the quarter. Now the pass to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint, here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
It's stolen by Rondo. Plays it in off the breakaway. Rondo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Booker against Kennard. The drive by Booker. 90 that time from Leonard. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Booker against Kennard. Yep, that one goes in there. Kennard's got his second basket.
Shout out sa'yo, Junard Odra. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Booker the pass to Saric. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Kennard finds Rondo. Good D by Booker.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Payne passes to Bridges. Pulls it up. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now it's a 10-point Suns lead.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
The Suns shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Suns lead by 13.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
For Phoenix, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Booker the pass to Payne. That one good for 2.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Clippers trail by 13. Rondo kicks to Batum. Back to Rondo. Pass to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That free throw good from Kennard. Chris Paul's checked in for Cameron Payne.
Shout out sa'yo Gildo Reyes. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Good on both. Here's Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. Bridges passes to Ayton. And finally they hit one. Ayton's got 26 points.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
George with the bucket.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Booker against George. Pass to Paul. Pulls up. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Passes it to Kennard. And there's the feed to George. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 24 points for him.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
And the Suns call time here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. His point to them was that they've put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. He needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. For three, Bridges. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Jackson dishes to Batum. Here's George. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 26 points for George. Suns leading by 10. Now here's Paul. Fires from 14. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George. No good. Shot missing. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Booker the pass to Ayton. Over Jackson. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Booker.
Shout out sa'yo, Joel Gonzales Rodriguez. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And George kicks to Jackson. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from George.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now Paul buries it down low. And the Suns lead by 12.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Good on the bucket. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Ball against Kennard. Paul can't get it to go.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Rejected by Booker. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And Ayton throws it down.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
There's the pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Paul against Jackson. Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
DeAndre Ayton, a quality free throw shooter, so you love to see him create opportunities to get there.
And the first one drops. Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 12. Pass to Leonard. George trying to break free. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Paul. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
George. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And now the Suns, a fast break, pulls up. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Clippers trail by 10. Outside, George. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George. And it's now 22 points for Nicholas Batum. All up top, guarded by Jackson. Paul passes to Bridges. And here's Booker. To the inside, Ayton. Another shot. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Jackson.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Jackson against Paul. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Booker against George. To the middle. Ayton trying to break free.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Bridges. Leonard, no luck. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Crowder, the pass to Paul. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And for the Clippers, they're shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Here's George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Crowder's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And there it is for him. Booker's got 38 points.
Well, that should surprise no one. Devin Booker so good in the mid-range.
Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 39 points for Leonard.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Grabs the rebound again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Jackson.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Paul against Jackson. Crowder lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's Jay Crowder demonstrating how strong he is. He's dominating the defense with his ability to play through contact.
Free throw good, Crowder. Here's George. Passes it to Leonard. Batum trying to break loose, and it's Leonard missing. Phoenix leading by 9. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
This guy difficult to match up with in transition because Booker can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Leonard looking around. He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Phoenix calls timeout. They're leading by 9. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. George against Booker. George with the bounce pass. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Bridges, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Paul against Jackson. The shot by Paul, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh!
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Ball outside. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Paul's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. Leonard hits them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Booker in the corner. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Bridges against Leonard. And here is Bridges. So the Suns win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din. sa'yo Miguel Casio. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din. Shoutout sa'yo GZ Martinez. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
GG Clippers. 2-0 na. Suns. Final score 103-104. Okay, thank you sa mga nanood. Kita-kits ulit tayo sa next live stream natin. Kawawa naman. Clippers. Bye-bye mga idol.